Through an endless starry expanse, dark stones float like islands on a nebulous sea. The bodies of ancient gods, their bones long since broken up by passing comets, pass in front of the band of constellations as you watch. And in the center of it all, the vast cities of the Voidfarers, white spires containing members of every conceivable race and world moving to and from their own planes by multiversal portals. Welcome, adventurers, to this latest episode of the Red Quills Guide to Fantasy Lands. Welcome to a realm where the very fabric of reality is woven from the threads of thought and emotion, where the laws of physics are but fleeting whispers in a starry wind. Today, we'll be venturing out into the dark waters of the astral plane, where all the laws of time and space mean nothing. Whether you're setting sail on a starship, a spelljammer, or venturing through a portal, the astral plane is a world between worlds. There you can encounter dead gods, horrific predators, and all the strange creatures you can imagine. Last week, we dove down to the ruins of Peldather and discussed fallen civilizations and world-ending calamities, and through this series, we'll be searching through the various destinations that you can look to for your own fantasy campaigns. If you're new to the Red Quills, welcome. But let's wade out into the stars for this tutorial and start, as always, with a blank page. For this map, we're going to be using an A2 sheet of 180 GSM watercolor paper because I'm aiming to create a map using both watercolor paint and fine liner ink. The astral plane is a strange, boundless void filled with stellar phenomena and nebulae, and it's nearly impossible to map conventionally. So instead, what we're going to do is we're going to try to draw a guide to the three-dimensional astral pocket known as the realm of the dreamer. We can trace out the orbits of the various bodies, the remnants of the dreamer's titanic form, and in the borders I'm going to sketch out some of the organisms that can be found in my version of the astral plane. For inspiration, I'm using circular patterns and star maps to give some stylistic impressions and to show the nebulous borders of that spherical realm. Today, as we wade out into the intricacies of mapping the astral plane, we'll need to start to grapple with the strangeness of this otherworldly place, which is a task as daunting as it is awe-inspiring. Navigating the vast expanse of the astral plane requires a keen understanding of its unique features, from celestial bodies in quite a literal sense to interplanar currents. So let's embark on this cosmic cartographic journey together, shall we? Before we begin mapping, it's essential to grasp the fundamental nature of the astral plane. Unlike the material plane, where landscapes are defined by physical landmarks, the astral plane is a realm of pure thoughts and energy. It serves as a conduit between different planes of existence, a cosmic highway traversed by astral travelers and interplanar beings alike. Mapping the astral plane presents several challenges, chief among them being its ever-changing and boundless nature. Unlike traditional landscapes where landmarks provide reference points, the astral plane's features are ephemeral and subject to constant flux. Additionally, the absence of conventional geography makes it difficult to establish a fixed frame of reference. But despite these challenges, mapping the astral plane offers a unique opportunity for creativity and imagination. By embracing the fluidity of the realm and focusing on symbolic representations rather than literal depictions, mapmakers can craft visually stunning and conceptually rich maps that capture the essence of the astral. So, when you're creating a map of the astral plane, it's essential to incorporate some key elements that define the realm's character and atmosphere. These elements may include celestial bodies. The astral plane is dotted with celestial bodies, from distant stars to colossal astral dreadnoughts. These landmarks serve as navigational aids and points of interest for astral travelers. When you're doing so, you can also add in additional details, like the orbits of these bodies in reference to one another. You can mark down astral currents, which are interplanar currents that crisscross the astral plane. They resemble shivering rivers of energy. Using them for safe navigation is a part of life on the plane, and they can propel travelers across vast distances or trap them in endless loops. Planar portals act as gateways between the astral realm and the other planes of existence. These mystical thresholds come in various forms, from swirling vortices to shimmering doorways, and they can lead to realms both wondrous and perilous. And lastly, of course, you have ethereal phenomena. The astral plane is home to a myriad of them, including astral storms, psychic maelstroms, and luminous nebulae. Capturing the otherworldly beauty of these phenomena can add depth and visual interest to the map. So in this map, I have made the focus the drifting body of the dreamer in the dust and the various celestial bodies and the stellar storms that orbit it. Whether you interpret the astral plane as being a three-dimensional space or a sea of stars, the map can be used in both ways. On the enormous body of the dreamer, the cities of the multiverse are gathered around portals on the positions of the chakras. And representing three-dimensional space on a two-dimensional map requires creative techniques such as layering and perspective and symbolic imagery. It will stretch your creativity and offer a challenge. So consider using visual cues such as depth indicators, shading, overlapping shapes to convey a spatial dimensionality to the astral plane. And here I've made the map as simple as possible, but some of the ideas that I discarded but you can use are different colored symbols to indicate their depth within a third plane, or shades of grayscale on orbit lines to show their closeness or distance from the perspective of the map. While the astral plane lacks geographical landmarks, certain astral phenomena such as astral fortresses or legendary realms can serve as semi-permanent reference points, and additionally celestial bodies or planar portals can provide temporary bearings for astral travelers. So when you're creating your map, keep in mind that a map is and always must be used first and foremost for navigation. It is said that the astral plane is one step away at any time, that there is just a thin membrane between us and that starry realm. Every world can be accessed in the astral plane via a variety of portals that weave through the substance of creation, and as such the stories of the astral can be found everywhere and anywhere. It has long captured the imaginations of dreamers and scholars alike. From ancient scrolls recounting the travel of gods to modern fantasy epics, the astral plane stands as a symbol of the unknown. It's a place where the subconscious comes to life, a realm where dreams are as tangible as the ground beneath our feet. And for many ancient civilizations, the astral plane was a place of mystery and magic, a frontier where the borders of the known world faded into the void. And once you've grasped the fundamentals of mapping the astral plane, the next step is to navigate the ethereal currents safely and efficiently. Astral currents are the lifeblood of the astral plane. They flow like rivers through the cosmic void. Now, in order to assist explorers heading out into the astral plane, here are a few tips and tricks for you as writers and for your heroes as players to keep in mind when they're encountering the astral plane. First is to study the cartography. Before embarking on their journey, they must take the time to study astral cartography and familiarize themselves with the layout of the astral plane. Adventurers can consult maps created by experienced travelers and scholars, pay close attention to the patterns of astral currents, and know the locations of planar portals. This knowledge will serve as their guide through the shifting tides of the astral plane, and I've made it number one for a good reason, because you're sitting down to create a map of your own. The second tip is to harness the power of thought. Unlike conventional travel, which relies on physical vehicles and navigational tools, astral travel is primarily driven by the power of thought and, of course, intention. There are ships, machines, portals, any manner of travel across the plane, but most travel is inherently thought-driven. You must rely on and trust the innate connection between their consciousness and the fabric of the astral plane to guide them safely to their destination. They must beware of psychic maelstroms. While the currents can propel travelers across vast distances, they're also home to psychic maelstroms or stellar storms, whirling vortexes of chaotic energy that can ensnare the unwary. I've made a note of these stellar storms on my own map. They are dangers in their own right, and they provide homes for the most formidable predators in this strange location. The maelstroms are unpredictable and dangerous. They're capable of disorienting travelers and dragging them into the depths of the astral plane. You must utilize planar portals. Planar portals serve as gateways between the astral plane and other planes of existence. They offer shortcuts to distant realms and facilitating interplanar travel. Keep an eye out for these mystical thresholds during your journey and be prepared to seize the opportunity when a portal presents itself. And lastly, equip yourself for astral travel. Travel through the astral plane requires a unique set of skills and equipment to ensure your safety and success. They must invest in protective wards and enchantments to shield themselves from the hazards of the astral plane and carry supplies, such as provisions and navigational tools to aid them in their journey. Additionally, consider enlisting the services of an experienced guide or navigator to accompany them on their travels and provide assistance along the way. Your heroes must adapt themselves to a new way of approaching the world and a new understanding of what the laws of physics are capable of, quite apart from the mundane dangers forged by such a place, such as predators lurking in the deeps or the risk of storms. There are other dangers, such as the untethered flow of time, or the risk of losing an anchor that leads them home. When you explore this final frontier of adventuring, you may ask yourself what encounters and locations you can come across, and the astral plane is filled with strange inhabitants, both living and dead. You can come across the bodies of dead gods, the cities of the multiverse, filled with portals. You can come across ancient artifacts from forgotten civilizations, or, famously in Dungeons & Dragons lore, the ongoing war between the Githyanki and the Illithids. The astral plane is a realm steeped in the remnants of gods long forgotten. Echoes of their divine presence linger in the cosmic winds, whispered by celestial bodies adrift in the void. Travelers may stumble across the shattered remnants of celestial palaces, where once mighty deities held court amongst the stars. These ruins serve as silent witnesses to the ebb and flow of cosmic power, and they tell tales of bygone eras and lost civilizations on a scale beyond mortal comprehension. And speaking of mortal comprehension and what lies beyond, the cosmic enigmas and the otherworldly wonders defy explanation throughout the realm. Travelers can encounter such phenomena as the weeping stars, whose luminous tears illuminate the darkness with their haunting glow, or you can witness the dance of astral serpents, beings of serpentine energy that weave intricate patterns across a star-strewn sky. As travelers journey through the astral plane, they're confronted with myriad legends and stories that paint a vivid tapestry of celestial spheres, from echoes of forgotten divinities to wonders of the cosmos. Each offers a glimpse into the vastness of the unknown. In the astral plane, the line of myth and reality blurs, and the result is that as you explore the astral realm, you may come across things which are not themselves the root of myths and legends, but the result of myths and legends. And of course, the result of such phenomena is the presence of dead gods. These colossal beings, the lifeless forms drifting through the void, are a testament to power and the fragility of divinity. Their bodies are often the size of small planets. They serve as entire ecosystems, teeming with bizarre creatures and arcane energies. Exploring these remains offers unparalleled opportunities for discovery and danger. And what's more, the bodies of dead gods are not just static monuments, they are dynamic ecosystems. Strange flora and fauna thrive in these environments, feeding off the residual divine energy. From parasitic bloodworms to luminous star swimmers, these creatures create a rich and dangerous biome that adventurers must navigate. What's more, the astral plane is dotted with cities built around multiversal portals. These hubs are bustling centers of trade and intrigue where travelers from countless worlds converge. Each city is a melting pot of cultures and technologies, offering endless opportunities for adventure. Imagine walking through a marketplace where merchants peddle goods from 1,000 different realities, or explore a city where every door leads to a different world. It's also worth noting that the strangeness of the astral plane does not only extend to its space. Time behaves erratically in the astral plane, leading to temporal anomalies and paradoxes. These distortions can create fascinating opportunities, such as time loops, rapid aging, or the witnessing of future events. Navigating and exploiting these anomalies can add some depth and complexity to your adventures. In the boundless expanse of the astral plane, a myriad of unique life forms thrive amongst the stars and nebulae. From peculiar creatures to ethereal organisms, the astral plane is teeming with life, each with its own fascinating characteristic and behavior. Imagine drifting through the cosmic sea and coming across the clusters of peculiar organisms that cling to the astral ships and the floating debris. These are the Voidfarers, enigmatic, barnacle-like creatures that roam the astral plane, feeding on the dust of nebulae. With tendrils that reach out like wisps of smoke, they create a unique ecosystem in the void, and they're generally harmless. But their presence can be a nuisance to travelers, particularly when they form large colonies that pose a threat to smaller vessels. Amongst the most formidable inhabitants of the astral plane are the bloodworms, terrifying parasites that feast on the bodies of dead gods. These colossal creatures burrow into divine remains. They draw sustenance from the residual energy. Encountering a bloodworm is a harrowing experience because they are incredibly strong and fiercely territorial. But in the shadows of the astral void lurk the apex predators, the ebullients, fearsome white-skinned bodies with writhing tentacles. They tower over 100 feet in length. These creatures are adept hunters, using multiple limbs to ensnare unsuspecting prey. Their presence adds a layer of danger to any expedition, and understanding it is crucial for survival in the vastness of the astral plane. Amidst the ethereal currents of the astral plane, you can encounter the shiver trees, fascinating organisms resembling coral with black leaves which retract when approaching. These mysterious beings form clusters, creating forest-like groves in an astral sea, and while generally non-aggressive, their sudden movements can startle travelers and disrupt navigation. Perhaps as you journey through the starry expanse of the astral plane, you can be mesmerized by the graceful movements of the star swimmers, the ethereal, jellyfish-like creatures that drift through the void. Their bioluminescent bodies can create stunning light displays, illuminating the darkness with an otherworldly beauty. But their tendrils, of course, can deliver powerful shocks to unsuspecting travelers. And lastly, amongst the celestial wonders of the astral plane are the Falzon reeds, purplish plants which grow in clusters and possess a remarkable ability. They can launch their comet-like seeds across the void. The seeds traverse great distances. They create spectacular displays as they streak through the astral sky, and while they're not inherently dangerous, the impact of those seeds can cause damage to unwary travelers and their vessels. Every encounter in the astral plane is an opportunity for discovery and wonder as travelers navigate the mysterious realms of the celestial spheres. But now, our journey through the enigmatic realms of the astral plane comes to a close. We've traversed its boundless expanse, encountered celestial wonders, ancient ruins, the remnants of forgotten gods, and throughout our exploration we've delved into the mystery of this ethereal realm, uncovering secrets and marveling at wonders. I hope this guide has ignited your imagination, inspired you to embark on your own adventures in the astral plane. If you found this journey enlightening, don't hesitate to share your thoughts in the comments below. Your feedback is invaluable in shaping future explorations and discovery. Stay tuned for our next expedition as we venture down into the darks of the Undercity, tunnels beneath the modern-day metropoli, exploring the ruins and the sewers beneath the cities. Be sure to subscribe to stay updated on our latest adventures and discoveries. And a heartfelt thank you to all who have supported our journey thus far. Your contributions and your encouragement fuel our continued exploration of the unknown. If you'd like to further support our endeavours, consider commissioning a custom map or making a small donation to aid in our quest for future discoveries. Until next time, may your creative adventures be filled with wonder. Safe travels, and I'll see you on the next map.